Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video we're going to be doing a Blitz kind of review for the Blitz deck for Fi. When I went and got my boxes yesterday for the Uprising, I went ahead and got one Blitz deck for Fi and one Blitz deck for Dromai. So today I'm going to be going over the Fi Blitz deck, as well as giving anybody some upgrades that they might want to kind of put into the deck. And these upgrades are no more than about $15 added onto this deck, and once you upgrade it, you're in a really good spot. At least for me, from a kind of a beginner Blitz standpoint. So going over the deck and kind of what's in it right now. You obviously get the Fi hero, which is really nice because in the Blitz decks they're foil heroes, so it's really cool to have that. I remember getting that with Briar and with Lexi and really enjoying those. It comes with Searing Emberblade and then a full equipment suite. If you don't have Mask Momentum right now, which a lot of people might not, and it's a pretty expensive card, about $170. Hurt Merchant's Hood is a really good alternative. I know when I started playing Ninja with Katsu back in like Monarch time frame, when I really got into the game, Hope Merchant's Hood was the headpiece that I used just because it really helps you be able to cycle a bad hand. Because with Ninja, especially in Blitz, you can't really afford to have a bad hand. So it's really nice for that. So if you don't have Mask of Momentum or even maybe Crown of Providence or Mask Pouncing Links, maybe this might be a good thing to go get, or good thing to have, not go get. Then you have Sash of Sandakai at the chest piece. This is really good. This is like a one-time tunic piece. Honestly, like if you don't have tunic already, like this is probably the next best thing. You could also use Deep Blue is really nice. That's really good for 4 red hands. You sink 1 red card and you get 3 resources. Or Vest of the First Fist would be a really good option as well. At the chest piece, but overall, like not too bad. I would honestly keep this. It's nothing you have to crazy upgrade right now, especially in Blitz games. Most Blitz games only go like 2 to 3 turns anyway, so you're not going to need to use your chest piece ability more than once. Tunic, honestly, might not even be the most ideal thing in Blitz for Fi, to be completely honest, unless you're playing like an Oldheim. But yeah, really good chest piece. Heat Wave is awesome as an arm piece. Like Stepping Hammers being banned in Blitz, like honestly, Heat Wave is probably the next best thing. Like if you don't have Shuko already, like you got lucky and pulled it, Heat Wave's really, really good. It basically makes your Phoenix Flames hit for 2 at any given point that you want, because you play it at instant speed. So if your opponent's at 2 life, then they have to really respect Heat Wave. It's something that I've won 2 or 3 games off of and sealed at the Vegas event because people just forgot that it was an instant. It's similar to like the Breaking Skills effect with Katsu. So very good arm piece. And then the first upgrade will be Quelling Slippers. Quelling Slippers isn't bad. It's great to have, right? It's a good form of Arcane Barrier, and obviously you're going to want some type of Arcane Barrier in the sideboard when you make your full Blitz deck, like Tide Flippers or something like that. But honestly, you're just upgrade to Snapdragon Scalers, which is going to cost you like 10 cents, if that. Your LGS probably has one of these lying around somewhere. Definitely something you can use to upgrade with it. And then the sideboard have stuff like Tide Flippers or Null Room Boots, which are a couple cents each, right? Then you have your first row. You have Blaze Headlong and Lava Vein Loyalty. I think Blaze Headlong you definitely keep. This is just a really good 0 for 4. You have so many red cards in your deck that most of the time this is always going to have to go again anyway. And then you have Lava Vein Loyalty. You could choose to upgrade this. I didn't add it in my immediate upgrades just because out of all the cards I want to upgrade, I was trying to stay under about $15, and having to upgrade this card would have put me over that $15 like budget. So I kept it in because most of the time you are going to play a Draconic Link before it and be able to get its Go Again effect. And if not, it's a good block 3 and it's 0 cost. So not an insane immediate upgrade like some of the other ones. Then your 2 Phoenix Flames, which you're obviously going to keep. Like there's nothing to say about that. And then my first upgrade was Cinderskin Devotion. So Cinderskin Devotion reads, if you control 2 or more Draconic Links, it gains Go Again. So it's a 1 for 4 with conditional Go Again. And it's just a lot of like, it's not ideal for what Fi wants to do. I can't play it till Chain 2 and I have to pay 1 to play it. It's just not really nice. So I ended up trading this in for Breaking Point. Breaking Point is literally like 20 cents right now each. So, you're at 40 cents with these 2 cards. And what this allows you to do is it's a 1 for 5. And if you do it on Chainlink 4 or greater, it's a Command and Conquer, right? So really good card. At the worst, it's a 1 for 5. So if you have a 2-card hand, 3-card hand, and you only can like swing with, Ronin Renegade, and then pop your Sash and then swing with Breaking Point for 5, at least you did 8 damage over 2 cards. Not too bad, right? So overall, not too bad. Then you have Brand with Cinderclaw. This is staying in. This allows, it's a 0 for 3 Go Again, right? Really good in Fi. The next thing I would probably upgrade is the trade in. This says if you attack with trade in, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. It's basically it's like a cycle, but it also if you play it from Arsenal, it gets go again. Honestly, not a bad card and a good sealed card. However, I would use my next set of upgrades probably to put in 2 lava bursts. Probably arguably the best rupture card for what it does value wise. You can play it on a 3-card hand. If you have a blue, a 0 cost go again and lava burst, you can essentially play, Ronin Renegade, then play Ember Blade for 3, use your last resource to go get a Phoenix Flame, and then play lava burst. So you're doing like 11-12 damage off a 3-card hand, so it's really nice. Definitely something you want to keep in the hand. And again, this is cents on the dollar too, and it's not very expensive, so really easy. We'll get into the blues here in a second. Or actually, no, we won't do that way. So the blues, we'll keep Ronin Renegade. For the next line, we're keeping the red Ronin Renegade, just a good 0 for 3 go again. Stoke the Flames is not bad, and I'm not saying you have to upgrade it, but I'm going to upgrade it. But it's definitely like one of the least ones you don't want to upgrade because it is a 1 for 4 with conditional go again. It does block 3, and it basically forces your opponent to block if they don't want you to go get a Phoenix Flame or get go again. So it can force some interaction from your opponent. It's not bad, but I ended up upgrading it with Rising Resentment. Rising Resentment is just really good because you can play it on chain 2, and if they let it hit, then you can banish like a Breaking Point and make it not cost anything. You can banish a Rise Up. You can banish some of these other 1-cost cards that are just really good and play them for free essentially. So that's really nice. So I replaced Stoke the Flames with Rising Resentment. And then for the blues, Dust Runner Outlaw, it's not a bad blue. You honestly could keep it in, like you're not hurting yourself. But it does cost 1 to play, and it only blocks for 2. And if I'm going to have a 2 block in Blitz, I want it to be really impactful. So I ended up trading that in for Rise from the Ashes, right? Rise from the Ashes is really good to go get a Phoenix Flame, and you can, if you draw into this with 2 blues, it's really nice because you basically pitch this to go get another Phoenix Flame. Really help turn on some turns with you, and overall just not too bad. So that's what I ended up doing for that. Then we have the next line. Pretty simple. Rebellious Rush is basically a 2 for 5, and all I'm essentially doing, it's a good card. All I'm essentially doing is replacing it with an Engulfing Flame Wave, which is literally the same thing, except it can possibly banish a card off the top of your deck and be able to play it next turn. So it's just like a buffed Rebellious Rush, so definitely like an immediate upgrade just because it's super easy to do that. And then Flameborn Retribution, I really don't like this card. It costs 1 to play, and its whole gimmick is if you have took damage this turn and then you block with it, you can go get a Phoenix Flame, but it only blocks for 2, and it costs 1 to play. So like, I don't ever want to play this really because on offense, all it is a 1 for 3 go again, which in Fi is bad value. And then I really don't want to block with it either because I have to take damage first. So let's just say I've taken 3 damage off an attack, and then I have to then block with it to go get a Phoenix Flame. It's only a 2 block, which means if they attacked again for 3, then now I've taken essentially 4 damage to go get 1 Phoenix Flame. Like if someone told you like, hey, knock off 4 of your life and go get a Phoenix Flame, you'd probably be like, no, I'm not going to, that's dumb. So I just don't like the card overall. And so I ended up replacing it with Soaring Strike. Soaring Strike's really nice to be able to give cards like Breaking Point go again, Lava Burst go again, Rise Up go again. It's a good like facilitator to make your turns go a little bit wider, and it's like cents on the dollar. Like it only costs a couple cents. The only card, like really, all these upgrades costed $15, and literally all of them except for 2 cards. Only 2 cards costed most of it, and I'll kind of get to those in a second. Like 7 out of $15 was 1 set of cards, and we'll get to that in a second. So we then in this run. This section, we didn't really replace anything. You can replace Dust Runner Outlaw with Mounting Anger if you want. Again, I was trying to stay under $15, so that's why I didn't replace it, but that is a good upgrade for this. Rise Up, is this a great card? I wouldn't replace that. Cinderskin Devotion is really good. It's a 3-block blue. Then you have Flame Call Awakening. I wouldn't touch that. And then you have Wounding Blow. Wounding Blow is the one thing I probably would end up touching, to be completely honest. And if you wanted to, like, to kind of look at it, right, we'd actually probably, looking at it, I think I mixed up my blues here. We would keep the Dust Runner Outlaw, and then we would replace the Wounding Blow with blue Rise from the Ashes, right? So that's where your blue's changing. It's not Dust Runner Outlaw, it's Wounding Blow. It's getting changed. So that's kind of where that was going. And then this one flex over here, it's not bad. It can be a Phantasm popper if you play against a Prism somehow, some way. But and it's basically a 0. It's a 2 for 6 essentially, or it's threatening 2 for 6. It's not a bad card. You could keep it in for sure. But I went ahead and replaced it with 1 red Rise from the Ashes. This allows your like Ronin Renegade to come in for 6, or like even just a Phoenix Flame for 3. It's really nice. But Flex honestly isn't too bad. But I just went ahead and changed it. The one card I actually was going to upgrade, Lava Vein Loyalty, kind of looking back on it now, and this is where most of your money is going to be spent out of the $15, right? Out of the $15, $7 of it will be 2 copies of Spreading Flames. Each of these cards is about $3.50, so you're looking at about $7, maybe $7.50 plus tax for these 2 cards. This just helps facilitate a lot of your hands to go wider and longer, or like stronger, because if you play Spreading Flames into a Flame Call Awakening, and then you play 2 Phoenix Flames back to back, they're gonna all both hit for 2 each, which is really nice. And then if you're popping like Heat Wave on that same turn, now they're hitting for three each. That's kind of like the Wombo combo, and then you can play something at the end to kind of give it a nerf buff. So overall, all of the out of the 40 card deck, we're only upgrading 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 cards in the deck, or 15 cards in the deck, and for $15. So you're essentially doing like $1 a card for the most part. And so, the cost of the Blitz deck in most areas is $12 to $15, and then you spend another $15. So for $30, you have like a really good Blitz deck. Like, it's obviously not like maybe like national level good, but for Armory level, you could definitely win games with this Blitz deck, like 100%. So overall though, the deck itself without the upgrades is really nice. If you're a new player, in my opinion, this is the strongest starting Blitz deck they've made. The Briar one was really strong too. Aggro is always a little bit stronger pre-made. So if you're looking to get into the game, definitely a good thing to start doing and kind of get into. Something I would highly recommend you playing if you enjoy it. And honestly, having the foil Hero Fi is just nice enough. Like, that's probably gonna be like a $5-10 card by itself. Who knows? Maybe even more by the end of it, because people just love having the foils. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know. Again, yep, the full file right here. If you enjoy the video, let me know. I might do Dromai as well. I'm not as big of a Dromai player as other people, but I definitely could do it and just kind of give you my thoughts on it. Overall, the deck itself is really awesome. It's really nice, especially for starting players. I always tell people Flesh and Blood has the easiest barrier to entry of any game, any TCG, to be honest, because you just get good decks. And yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If not me, go to another creator, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff so we can get more people seeing this game. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much.